And the first thing you do is reach for what you know. And so now we're giving them more choices. We're giving them more options so that they don't have to go to that.
That martial arts instructor is talking about a new type of police training that's gaining traction locally and nationwide. Police tactics are in the spotlight after protests grip the nation. States, including Pennsylvania, have passed police oversight bills since the killing of George Floyd. However, calls for change continue. Fox 43's Rachel Yankunas reveals how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is becoming an integral part of police training.
Governor Tom Wolf signed 2 police reform bills into law that aims to increase accountability and require more training. But some people say it's not enough. Fox 43 reveals why more police officers are training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and how it may help them avoid the use of force. Brittany Incrote is a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I love to compete, so I train to compete.
Every week, you can find her training here at York Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
My favorite.
You also might recognize her as a York City police officer.
A lot of my competition style also relates to things on the street, like controlling somebody, being able to control a position and be confident with it, knowing what I'm doing.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a form of ground-based martial arts. It uses leverage, angles, and timing to secure a non-violent submission of one's opponent, focusing on joint locks and other techniques.
Personal space is right out the window because you're learning how to use your body weight, how to use your size, and it doesn't really matter if you're big or small.
It may be the closest simulation to a real-life encounter, a training exercise that most officers haven't had since they left the police academy.
In law enforcement, we do defensive tactics once, twice a year. And it's maybe like 4 hours at the most.
With police training under intense scrutiny nationwide, Jiu-Jitsu may offer a solution to help officers avoid the use of force. Lieutenant Greg Anderson of Northern York County Regional Police co-owns 2 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gyms in York and Harrisburg.
The major benefit for law enforcement, no doubt, is that it's grappling, it's controlling. You're not punching, you're not kicking. It relates to not only how you do it correctly, and it's what the public wants. They want their police trained, they want them professional, and Jiu-Jitsu just amplifies that. It's what it focuses on.
Marietta Police Department out of Georgia mandated weekly Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training for 95 of its officers. Within 1 year, the department reported a 23% drop in taser deployment and a 53% drop in serious injuries to a suspect. The study also found these officers were 59% less likely to engage in use of force. But not all departments can afford this training. That brings us to UFC Gym in Lancaster, one of many local gyms affiliated with a nationwide program called Adopt a Cop BJJ.
Just roll through it, turn it over.
It offers free jiu-jitsu training to members of law enforcement as long as they train 4 times a month.
Now you can go that way.
Instructor Sharon Thompson is a black belt who used to be a training instructor while in the Marine Corps martial arts program.
It's not like any other martial art, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Once you get involved with it, I mean, you start to fall in love with it, and it just becomes a part of who you are.
He says Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu can give officers the training they need to make split-second decisions without reaching for a weapon.
I mean, you're taking someone who's had 0 training, and then 6 months later they have to uphold the law. That's not enough. With Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, what it does is it teaches you how to interact. It teaches you how to have control of your space, of that person. It teaches these things so that you can de-escalate.
De-escalate, protect, and serve. So far, it's working for officers like Incrote.
I do not have any use of force reports, things like that. So if you come across professional and you know what you're doing, people can tell that. At both gyms, there were a number of police officers in training, but also regular people like you and me. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is gaining a lot of interest from all different walks of life, which in turn can help build relationships between the community and police. To learn more about training and programs like Adopt a Cop BJJ, visit our website, fox43.com. Fox 43 reveals issues that affect you and your family to keep you informed. Do you have a story you want us to investigate? Send us an email at fox43reveals@fox43.com.